Hey, thanks for coming to 1500 ESPN.com. I'm Derek Wetmore. I'm going to share with you my 5 thoughts from Saturday's Twins-Indians game. The Twins lost 4-2 to Cleveland, and that snapped the Twins' 3-game winning streak. They had been on a little bit of a roll at the end of the Kansas City series. Thought number one, Phil Hughes, the Twins ace, who's yet to pick up his first win of the 2015 season, cracked a fingernail just before the 5th inning of his start on Saturday. It affected Hughes in that he couldn't throw that spike curveball. If you've seen the grip, how he throws a curveball, it's not like the typical where he grabs the laces here and spins it over the top. Hughes actually spikes the ball, and as he's coming through, uses that force to get the forward spin on his curveball. He wasn't able to do that from the 5th inning on, and it was costly to Hughes. That's not to say that it's the only reason that Hughes struggled, because by his estimation, he's only executing about 60% of his pitches right now. When he's at his best, he estimates that's probably closer to 85, 90%, or in my opinion, probably even higher than that for Hughes when he really has that backdoor cutter working, when he has his fastball command exactly where he wants it, and then he's able to get that hammer curveball over for strikeouts. That's when Phil Hughes is at his best, and we haven't seen that yet this season, but it's early. Far too early to panic on Hughes, but that fingernail will be a situation to monitor going forward. He says he'll probably push a bullpen back a day to allow that to heal a little bit more, but he doesn't expect he'll miss a start. He had the same thing last year. It didn't affect him. He didn't miss any starts. It's just a maintenance thing and something to monitor. Thought number two, Trevor Plouffe had a scheduled day off. This after hitting the walk-off home run in the 11th inning on Friday night. Started a little bit of a joke in the Twins clubhouse. Trevor Plouffe was going to get the day off anyways, it sounded like. Eduardo Nunez started for him. But Oswaldo Arcia was benched on, I think it was Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, after hitting an important 2-run home run in a Twins win on Wednesday. Kind of the joke floating around now is the surefire way to find your way onto Paul Molitor's bench is to hit a game-winning home run. So avoid that, Twins hitters, if you're looking to stick around in the lineup. Of course, there's no truth to that, but it is kind of a funny coincidence that it happened to Arcia, and then the same thing happened to Trevor Plouffe. Thought number three, his replacement, as I mentioned, Eduardo Nunez, played third base. Nunez hit a double to left field in his first at-bat off of Danny Salazar, who was pretty impressive on Saturday. Nunez took a changeup, lined it out to left field, and it looked to me like the left fielder, Michael Brantley, was shifting Nunez, or not shifting, maybe shading Nunez a little bit to center field, and that's possibly because with a right-handed batter and with how much velocity Salazar has, 97, 98 miles an hour on some of his best fastballs, you might have thought that Nunez was going to be a little bit behind it. Well, Salazar throws a changeup, Nunez was able to pull it to left field, and it got by Brantley to the wall. Nunez strode into second with a double. His next at-bat, too, he lined a single. Both hard-hit balls. Good day at the plate for Eduardo Nunez in that respect. I expect you'll see Trevor Plouffe back in the lineup for Sunday's day game. Thought number four, after his 5th inning single, Eduardo Nunez made a bit of a base-running gaffe. I want to make sure I get the outs correct for you here. It was 1 out in the 5th inning when Nunez hit his single. And then it looked like he was trying to steal second base. Jordan Schaefer on the pitch, instead of taking it, the left-handed hitter lifted a fly ball to shallow left field. Problem is, Nunez never picked up the flight of the ball. Running to second base with his head down, he rounded the base. He knew it was put into play. Well, it was an easy pop-up. Michael Brantley caught it, and then Nunez had to retrace his steps, touch second base, get all the way back to first base. There was no way that was happening. Brantley easily threw out Nunez at first base for the rare 7-3 double play. That ended the inning, and of course, any threat the Twins had to score in the 5th. Kind of a big deal, I guess, because the top of the lineup would have been coming up. Still, it would have been 2 outs with a runner on first and Danny Santana at the plate. Santana's been scuffling a little bit lately. Might not have cost the Twins that much, but still, giving away outs unnecessarily on the base paths, probably not something the Twins are looking to do a whole lot of, especially with Paul Molitor running the show. Thought number five, as I mentioned, Danny Salazar, very strong on Saturday. He was impressive. This was his first start of the 2015 season. Believe it or not, he began the year in the minors with the Indians. I'll be curious to see if he sticks around with Cleveland this year because his stuff was filthy on Saturday. Didn't last. He wasn't great all the way through, but he did strike out 10 batters. Through 4 innings, Salazar had 9 strikeouts. He got to face Danny Santana 3 times, so that helps. But he was pretty impressive on Saturday. As I mentioned, that high fastball in the 97, 98 mile an hour range. He was really expanding the strike zone. A lot of Twins hitters were chasing, trying to catch up with that ball, and they just couldn't. Then his changeup at 87. 87 is pretty fast for a changeup, but when it's minus 10, minus 11 miles an hour, that's enough to keep Twins hitters off balance, and he did that consistently through 4, 5, and 6 innings on Saturday. That'll do it for this video, 5 thoughts. Go to the website and check out one story that I posted on Saturday. It's a way to get caught up on all the Twins news that you might have missed this week. Each week I try to do